Friday, finally Friday, and you know what that means. We have the Nick Weitosh Show here on Friday, November 21st. I'm Nick Weitosh of Sleeper Sports Media and the Tired Sports Network. As I said earlier yesterday, Saturday Smack Talk will be back tomorrow for November 22nd. We will be previewing AEW Full Gear as I get our graphic set and our favorite logo and background, give it a chance to for people to file on in here before we preview Friday Night SmackDown, as well as talk about some other big time news for Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. The press conference, of course, was today. No, did not get a chance to watch it just yet, so we'll watch that sometime this weekend, of course, before we take on and watch AEW Full Gear. I am Nick Weitosh, your host, live here on Sleeper Sports Media, as well as, of course, the Nick Weitosh Show. Here is what the show's name is now called. We'll give a chance for a couple more people to jump in, and Tristan's here, no doubt about that one. That's a given for him to be joining us on this beautiful Friday. I know I missed the normal 2 o'clock slot, but lunches got switched up again, as they have been known to do once or twice. I am making do with what I got, so we will try to find a new way, a new situation, new setup here, and just make do with what we got. So, gonna try a couple different things and a couple different ways to prop up my phone so I don't have to necessarily sit and lay down like I was doing. That's not working for me, as you can see. So let's try this one. Let's see. What's up there, 4200? How are you? Joining in. If you're new, double tap the screen. Helps us out a lot. Gets us out into the algorithm. As we will be previewing Friday Night SmackDown for tonight. We're about a week away from War Games, and we will find out, of course. We'll get into it as well. But we will break down the SmackDown card tonight, as well as we head into War Games and look ahead at AEW Full Gear with, of course, more at matches probably to be added, as that's how they like to do. So, without further ado, SmackDown tonight. We have the graphics here. Bronson Reed takes on Carmelo Hayes in the Last Time Is Now tournament. We have Penta taking on Finn Balor, also in the Last Time Is Now tournament. We have an open challenge for the fourth time in a row, the U.S. Open Challenge for Ilya Dragunov. Looks to make it 4 in a row. We have the fallout from Raw and the massive brawl that went down as Raw went off the air. So Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, they are confirmed for Monday Night Raw. They use this picture teasing that they'll be there on SmackDown. I don't expect them to be on SmackDown. There is 11,000 plus expected to be on hand tonight for SmackDown for the show, so they could show up. I doubt it, but they are confirmed for Monday Night Raw and the go home episode of Raw for Survivor Series. They could be there because reports are out there that there will be no live edition of SmackDown next week. I don't know if it'll be pre-taped tonight. I don't know how they're going to do it, but so they could be there tonight to also tape for next week. We will find out tonight. And then we also have we will find out who will be on the women's teams, the final members of each team for the women's War Games match. And then we have tag team action, DIY versus Fraxium finally doing this match. Also, other news out there, Sheamus is officially hurt. I did make a short earlier today, so that is up on the channel and doing pretty well as of right now. But Sheamus is hurt. He is out of the tournament. So we will find out more on that, more on his status and more on that tonight on SmackDown. I don't know what to expect really with that one, but we will find out on that tonight. We have entertainment news. Tom Holland was seen filming with Zendaya, and people on Twitter are saying because of what she's wearing that they think she is pregnant. I don't know how that correlates to anything, but I guess they will say what they want to say, kind of thing. A AAA show is live on Saturday, tomorrow. Of course, this is to compete with AEW Full Gear, that is, of course, live tomorrow. Let's see. Um, I can't wait till the new episode of Landman comes out. Yes, that'll be Sunday. Um, let's see. Tristan says, "Okay. What's up, Tyler? How are you? What's the news there that you have for over there on MLW? A little breaking news from one of our most loyal admins there. Give him some time there to break that news. Then we will take a look. That Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua press conference was today. I didn't get a chance to watch it, so I will watch that at some point this weekend. We'll watch my Steelers get another big win as well over Chicago. Um, but we do know the undercard for the Anthony Joshua Jake Paul fight. We have Alicia Bumgarner and going up against Alila Beardo. Budu. Breaking news is that weekly MLW programming finally returns in 2026. All right, well that is pretty big news. That's awesome. Any word on what channel that's going to be on there, Tyler? This will again be the co-main event, while Tyler gives us more information on that. That's awesome to hear. Of course, we have this broke earlier today. Anderson Silva, Tyron Woodley, Jake fought both of these guys. They both fought on MVP. Tyron Woodley fought on MVP twice after Tommy Fury, one of the many pullouts that happened over the years. Tyron Woodley stepped in, and ultimately, the second time was the brutal knockout, of course, and then Anderson Silva, another name that Jake has put on the canvas. Jake has knocked down every opponent he's faced except I don't think he knocked down Mike Tyson, and I don't think he knocked down Chavez Jr. So two other greats that Jake has faced, and now they will both fight again on MVP in a match on the undercard. Not yet, but soon. All right. Kumar, what's up? How are you? Hello, sir. How are you? I'm from India. Oh, thank you. I get a lot of viewers from India, so I definitely appreciate it over there. No doubt about that. We are going over some of the undercard fights for the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight. So some Griffin against Cardona, not Matt Cardona. Where are you from? I'm from North Carolina, so from the good old US of A. We have another fight here, and this is the rest of the undercard. I would see this one being a prelim, but it so far it's just been these matches announced. So let's see there, and there's another one, and then of course Tyron Woodley, as I said. Then, of course, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua as well will be the main event that is live on Netflix on December 19th in Miami. We will do more for that show as we get closer to that one. But that is some other news here. Roma Nance. No, I do not know Roma Nance. NXT news here. John Cena will be on NXT Tuesday night for NXT Gold Rush Week 2. He will be choosing the men's and women's Iron Survivor challenger. I don't know if it's for the full match, if he's choosing everyone in the match, or if he's choosing the first round of those qualifying tournament matchups or anything like that. And then, of course, we have Miles Moore and Trick Williams will go one-on-one on Tuesday night for NXT Gold Rush. Hindi language. I do not. And I know I do not watch or have any real interest in cricket, because that's not really a thing over here. It's more so wrestling, football, mainly the NFL, boxing a little bit, and the WNBA as well. So no, not involved with cricket. And then, of course, as Tristan said earlier, Landman, so movies and TV shows, um, the entertainment style, the entertainment 360 degrees of entertainment. I'm from India in Mumbai. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Big time. Sorry about that. Cat cat's acting up over here. Let's see. What else do we got? Cristiano Ronaldo is my favorite player in football. Robert Sharma, favorite player in cricket. Yeah, I so I meant the NFL. So I meant American football, not soccer there. But those are awesome that you like and have both those top two favorite athletes. Love that. Love that for you. Grab a drink real quick. So how's everyone's Friday doing? Looks like Kumar. I don't know if you're the only one in here watching, but I appreciate the 4 likes that we got. Our goal is always 10, so we'll keep going until give it about an hour here tonight. I know we have SmackDown here very soon, but we will see how the rest of the show goes. Stranger Things coming out next week. So next week, I cannot wait for that one. That's going to be great. I forgot about that one, Tristan. I've been seeing um, you interested football athlete. So no, I'm not a big soccer fan. More like NFL. There, Kumar, but yeah, my favorite team is the Steelers in Pittsburgh. So um, that is that. And then yes, Tristan, I'm pumped for Stranger Things. I cannot wait. Um, I can't wait to binge that. I'll be doing that over Thanksgiving weekend for sure. Um, let's. I know Amazon Prime is beefing up their Black Friday lineup. Netflix is going crazy. You are very popular in India. Yeah, my numbers are great from India, so I definitely appreciate it. I don't know what it is with how my reach is distributed, but I don't know what it is, but I definitely appreciate it. So I will not question it. I will just enjoy it. I will appreciate it and show as much love as I possibly can to everyone that shows love and appreciates me. So that's for sure. Yes, this is going to be the style going forward on the vertical feed here on YouTube as we go back to our normal background there. Nice to meet you as well. Thank you for tuning in. Who do you think is going to die in Tulsa King? That is it's quite the jump there, Tristan. Man, I don't know. I don't know what to expect for the season finale, which is confirmed by Paramount Plus and CBS. I don't know. I don't know what to expect for the finale tomorrow. Um, this is not flattering at all. I cannot find a good angle here where I'm filming at. But let's see. Make do with what we got, right? I mean, it is what it is. Until we can figure it out and really get this thing going. Gonna do what I got to do. So, Niraj Chopra, hello Tristan. How are you? Good to see you guys chatting it up in the chat there. Hopefully our others, Papa John, I know it's Friday night. Papa John must be busy. He got me some other websites as well to try for AEW Full Gear tomorrow because I don't feel like buying the pay per view there. That is on HBO Max. Let's see if I can find the rest of the graphics there for Full Gear. I just had them, I swear. Because I just made the video last night, so there we go. Of course, we got a tag match on Tailgate Brawl. This will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. on TNT and HBO Max. We have the Continental Classic will be back. Um, and we'll conclude. I believe this will be done at World's End. I think that's how they've done it the last couple of years. So, of course, I don't know why they are bringing this one back when they unified the Continental Championship with the International Championship to make the AEW Undisputed Championship. It's a whole mess. They just love throwing championships out there. They love um, they love just adding random titles to the mix. So they have announced this is coming back. It's the round robin tournament that they do. I guess I mean it's kind of fun. It's something different. I will say that, and it's very on brand for AEW being the challenger brand, and it's so the Continental Classic is coming back as per AEW has announced. Get a nice little clip there. Why am I not interested in cricket? It's just not a thing over here. It's not on. Um, it's just not it's just not a thing over here. Okay, sir. Tomorrow comes in the chat that you are what? Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate you spending some time here and hanging out with us on this Friday night as we talk some wrestling, we talk some entertainment, some movies and TV shows. I am getting dragged into going to see Wicked tomorrow with my wife and daughter, so that's going to be fun. Other tailgate brawl match that I will probably be missing the first good bit of Full Gear. I'm going to do my best to avoid spoilers and just watch it and then be able to have something to really talk about in the show on Monday. I don't not going to make any promises that I'll do a show Sunday, just because it's going to be a big fun weekend ahead. So this is we got 4 matches on Tailgate Brawl. We got these clowns back, unfortunately, against these nobodies over here. Wicked everywhere. Yes, Tristan, I'm getting to go see Wicked 2, which I have not seen the first one, but gonna be fun to spend some time with the fam. That is for sure. Um, we have this match, of course. This I thought this was the $1 million match. This is I believe this is just the 200. Yes, see it right here. This is just the $200,000 match. Then the other one is the $1 million match. That is actually on Full Gear. Let's see. What else do we have here on Tailgate Brawl? That was the 4th and final match on Tailgate Brawl. We kick off Full Gear. Again, I don't know the order for Full Gear, but this is the women's tag team semifinalists for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament. The bracket, of course, is out there somewhere. So these 4 teams are remaining. We will see them in a four corner tag match, I believe is how they're calling it and describing it. And then the winner of this match will then choose the stipulation for their semifinal match. Now, the other semifinal match, I don't know if they'll do something else. I don't know if it'll be. Yeah, I don't know how it's really gonna work out or play out. But we know the stipulation for this match, of course. Let's see, what else do we have on Full Gear? Pac versus Darby Allin. Darby Allin got sent through a table at Blood and Guts on fire. And then Pac just cut a promo the other night on Dynamite and Collision. Shit talking Darby Allin. So to set that one up there. Jameson, how are you? If you can give us a like, double tap that screen, it helps us out. Hitting 5 would be awesome. Our goal is, of course, always 10 likes on the streams. We also have here is the $1 million tag team match, 6-man tag team match. Kenny Omega, Jurassic Express, and then Josh Allen. Is it really Josh Allen? Josh Alexander. I don't know why the name being cut off was really throwing me off. That's hilarious. We're gonna clip that there. Let's see. What else do we have for the card on Full Gear? Um, we have John Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly in a no holds barred match. That's going to be another gruesome match, as Blood and Guts was as well. The Penguins just started taking on Minnesota. Let's see. The Casino Gauntlet match that will crown the first ever AEW National Champion. This, which again, another random title that they're adding and that they don't need, but one that's just going to get unified with one that's going to get unified with the unified title or undisputed title, whatever they like to call it. But adding another title to the AEW main roster because they don't really have a developmental. Um, it's just so Casino Gauntlet match. These two will start both in the Hurt Syndicate. There, can't wait. So then Iron Man comes out. What? Yeah, Tristan, I was confused on that one. Iron Man, the new Avengers movie, or all right, we're up to 5 likes. Up to 5 likes. We love to see it. Let's see. Try to get this. There we go. So yeah, the Hurt Syndicate's going to start the Casino Gauntlet match. This is in Newark, New Jersey, at the Prudential Center. Hopefully, MJF might make an appearance. Tony Khan did seem to say that he would be back soon, so hopefully we see him soon. MJF always makes for good TV. We also have Kyle Fletcher against Mark Briscoe, the TNT Championship. If Mark Briscoe wins, well, if he loses, he must join the Don Callis family. That is the stipulation for that one. And then we have the AEW World Tag Team Championship match, Brodito versus FTR. We also have, I believe this will be the co-main event. I think I know the last two matches on this one. AEW Women's World Championship, Chris Statlander versus Mercedes Moné. And then we have, of course, the main event, Steel Cage match, Hangman Adam Page against Samoa Joe for the AEW World Championship. They're running this one back, of course. Do you think Undertaker would come back? No. No, I don't think we're gonna see Taker again. He might show up here and there, but it won't be as the Undertaker, the Dead Man. It would just be as the American Badass Undertaker, which he has come back as once or twice. He's come back as that a couple of times, but no, I don't think we're gonna see the Dead Man again anytime soon. So let's see. That was AW Full Gear. We'll go back to our normal background here, and we're about 25 minutes in. Yeah, AJ Styles retired the Dead Man, I think. And I mean, we saw the Undertaker at WrestlePalooza. We saw the Undertaker at WrestleMania a couple of years ago, when he fortunately helped Cody put the Rock in his place during that match there. Up to 7 people here live with us. We're down to 2. Hopefully, come back and get 5 more likes on the show, so we can end with 10. Again, I'm gonna do my best to go for another 30-ish minutes or so. We ran out of stuff to talk about quick, so let's see if we can break down. I wish I had a had the full bracket here. Again, Carmelo Hayes going against Bronson Reed. I think Carmelo Hayes has to win this one. Bronson Reed ultimately doesn't need it, I would say. We have that one. And then we have Penta versus Finn Balor. I think Penta's gonna win this one. We have Ilya Dragunov with another open challenge. I have no idea who he's gonna face unless it's finally Tamatonga or as he continues to feud with Solo and the MFTs. And then again, we have Roman and Brock. We'll get the fallout with what went down at Raw after it went off the air. We got 5 people watching, 5 likes here. If we can get 10 more or 10 to 10 likes, that would be awesome. Would make my weekend super super early. Tristan says the Iron Man movie. Um, I didn't know they were making another full on Iron Man movie. I thought that was just the new Avengers movie. I also saw that they've confirmed another Hunger Games movie, which is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. I have not seen the last newest one that they had it come out last year, I believe. We finally get answers on called Doomsday. Yeah, that's Avengers Doomsday, which I read somewhere that um, it's gonna end up being Avengers versus X-Men, which I don't know how when but yes, that's called Avengers Doomsday. Tony Stark is back, but not as Iron Man. Um, uh, Man, I have not brushed up on the Avengers and it's been so long. Doctor Doom. He is now Doctor Doom. So thank you there for the 6th like. Whoever that was watching. Hopefully we get a couple more subscribers as we are pushing towards 6,000. My cats are over there sleeping, which I cannot wait to go to sleep tonight myself. But watch SmackDown tonight and then catch up on some SVU and other shows that I need to watch, and then get ready for Landman and Tulsa King this week. Fire Country is also back on, so I'll be catching up on those. Be catching up on Sheriff's Country. There's a lot that I need to watch and catch up on, which I cannot wait to do. And then I'll get reviews out for the latest episodes and have plenty to talk about. Tristan, I know you're excited for those to come out. Let's see. That is SmackDown. Fraxium and DIY. They've been feuding left and right for months now. It feels like this started with a backstage segment in a locker room, one of them stepping to the other, and then it just continues to jump around. And we're finally getting a match after the last couple of weeks. Champa trying to get the U.S. Open Challenge, Johnny Gargano getting one, and then a whole big thing and. Reacher. I still have not checked that one out, so I might have to do that. We also have, of course, Stranger Things coming back next week. I might have to watch the latest season to catch up on that. I can't wait for that one. I'm no doubt about it. Going to be binging that one. Um, and then we have, like I said, Sheamus is of course hurt. He has a shoulder injury, so he is out of the tournament, and we will be finding out more on that tonight. Um, and how they're going to replace him, if they're going to have his spot be filled by another mystery opponent. Um, of course, people are if they that's the way they go. People are going to think it's Edge. People are going to think it's Jericho. Um, which, hey, at this point, never say never in pro wrestling. I guess is the main thing to take away from here. So, Reacher, I have not seen that one. That definitely is interesting. Saturday Smack Talk. It's a little too zoomed in there, of course, but yep. So this is the Nick Weitoish show on Sleeper Sports Media. We're about 30 minutes in. 30 minutes to go with not a lot to talk about. I know that I was trying to watch the press conference today on my lunch as it got pushed back, and I just wasn't able to go live earlier today. So here we are. I can't wait to watch that one. I'm excited for the fight. Can't believe they got Tyron Woodley back on the fight, and then of course the next night, December 19th, is Jake versus Joshua, and then we have Tate versus Demore on December 20th. We still don't know where that's going to be broadcasted at, if it's going to be on DAZN, um, if it's going to be elsewhere, if it's going to be on Prime Video. Um, I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be on Prime Video. I would bet that they will try to counter, because I still think, even though KSI isn't involved in Misfits anymore, um, I don't think they're gonna not compete with Jake and MVP, um, and swing back and try to get a heavy hitter for the distribution of that fight. Um, they're calling it Misfits Mania, so this is going to be like their WrestleMania. They're diving too deep into trying to be like WWE of boxing, and it's just it's terrible. But Andrew Tate versus Chase Demore. Dylan Dennis is on the card. The card looks really good from a standpoint of the crossover boxers that we know and have seen year after year show up on Misfits and be involved. It does look pretty good. Um, just like it would look really good if we got 4 more likes on the show and get to 10. Would definitely be really good. Should get into UFC and talk about it. As they go over to Paramount Plus starting in January, I'll actually be able to watch. So I will pick up a couple of things there, of course, and then the PFL. I've tried to start watching that, but they do too many events over in Saudi Arabia, which is on during the day here, so I can't watch it. If they would do more events throughout the U.S., I know they're coming to Pittsburgh. Um, Early in 26. So they were in Charlotte not too long after I had just moved here. So the PFL is another one, really good one, for MMA and everything. Um, but I'm working on it. I'm trying. Again, if you want UFC, we started pretty late. Yes. The show did start super late, and I did start getting into some stuff super late. Um, but for UFC coverage or MMA coverage, really, if you go over to Championship Harvest, which the channel is on my community tab or the home tab or wherever it's at, you can find and go follow Hunter over at Championship Harvest. Um, he does a great job of putting out videos covering everything for the UFC. Again, the PFL, I'm trying to get into that as well. I believe it's still hard to find out when and where they're streaming, because they did a tournament style and like a season style schedule. They didn't just have one event per month. They do things a little weird over there, but I think they're getting away from that. Um, so as they start to get more on a normal monthly event schedule, we will bring coverage of that here. And then of course the WNBA, we also cover that, and then the NFL, mainly the Pittsburgh Steelers, have another big matchup this weekend. Hopefully, I personally have not seen any word on who is going to go. I think Mason Rudolph right now is getting the green light to start on Sunday for the Steelers, but we will wait and see. Can't wait. Um, Good to go with Mason Rudolph as the guy personally. I think he should have been given a fair chance from the jump with after uh, Big Ben retired. I mean, yes, we went and got Kenny Pickett, but that did not end well at all. I don't even know where he's at, if he's still with the Raiders or I just know that the Raiders are 2-8. So sorry, I pressed the wrong button. All good, all good. Um, Yeah, we went over SmackDown pretty quick. Usually, I figure we would have more of our usuals in here. Tristan, I appreciate you holding it down. I know we had a couple new chatters in the building in there, and 6 likes. That's more than we've been getting, so I definitely can appreciate that. Um, I don't really have much else to talk about. I guess I could find really quick. I could find. I'm back. Didn't take long. Here we go. We got some. We saw last night the game Texans upsetting the Bills um, for week 12. Packers, Vikings, Lions, Giants, Titans, Seahawks, Chiefs, Colts. You would think that that would be a wash, but it's totally opposite right now with how the Chiefs and Colts are both playing. Same with the Patriots and Bengals. And who is that there? All right, the Broncos are on a bye. The Chargers are on a bye. The Dolphins and Commanders on a bye week right there, as you see. The Packers was good back then. you know they're at where they're at. So the Steelers take on the Bears 1 o'clock. Hopefully that's in our market here in Carolina. We have the Jets and the Ravens. We have the Jags and the Cardinals, and then the Raiders and the Browns. So that's the Kenny Pickett Bowl right there. We have shout out to Josh, our old co-host for Saturday Smack Talk. He's on to doing other things. We have the Eagles and the Cowboys, the Falcons and the Saints, and then we have the Bucks and the Rams. We got the Panthers and the Niners in prime time. Geez, I had never would have thought the Panthers would be in prime. I don't know who they had to talk to get put into a primetime game, given the last couple of years with them, and now the Niners are doing what they're doing, and it's not great over there for them to be those two teams be in prime time is kind of crazy. But I guess I could do my have not done one of these in a while. But let's see here. So the Texans beat the Bills. I'm gonna go Packers over the Vikings. I'm gonna go Lions over the Giants. I remember a couple years ago this would have been the toilet bowl as well. Um, Seahawks over the Titans. Colts over the Chiefs. Patriots over the Bengals, which is great for me. Anytime an AFC North team loses, I'm all for it. We got, of course, the Steelers over the Bears. I'm going. I would love to pick the Jets over the Ravens. Um, I need it. I need it bad. Need them bad to step up and be able to be able to get a big win. But I don't see the Ravens losing to the Jets. Even with shaky Lamar being back, I don't know if he's all the way back or if he's just playing through. Still being hurt there. Most likely Tennessee's going to lose. Yeah, the Titans, they can't seem to find their way. Like all these other teams that have struggled with no quarterback have found their guy seemingly. Let's see. Jags over the Cardinals. I think that's pretty safe. Um, Cleveland over the Raiders, unfortunately. Although the Raiders sitting at 2-8, I mean, they would be the ones to lose to the Browns. Um, Kenny Pickett torching the Browns would be hilarious. So go Raiders in that one. Then we got Eagles, Cowboys. Eagles are probably going to take that one and take the division there. Um, I know they're in first place. I don't think the Commanders are much far behind them, but and then we have the Falcons and the Saints. Hopefully, believe Kirk Cousins will be back to starting for the Falcons. The wife and I we watched quarterback on Netflix and saw him go from Minnesota to Atlanta and then bring in Michael Penix, and now I saw he was hurt again. Um, been out of the loop with football here as of as of the last couple of weeks, and then the Panthers and the Niners. What the hell? I'm in Carolina. I'll go with the Panthers on for a good old Sunday night. I believe that would be Sunday night. No, Sunday would be Sunday would be Tampa Bay and the Rams, and then Monday night would be Panthers Niners. So I'll go Bucks over the Rams, and then Panthers over the Niners for to round out Week 12, which I cannot believe we're in Week 12 already. That's absolutely insane. We got about 20 minutes here left on the show. We're at 6 likes. It'd be awesome to get to 10. We got about 30 or 40 minutes until SmackDown, so that's going to be fun. I cannot wait to see that one. I'm going to have to go get my PC set up and get switched over to Surfshark VPN, which, of course, we thank our friends over at No Dirt Sheets for the wonderful use, and the link provided in our beacons on the channel here for Surfshark VPN. You can watch all WWE programming on Netflix via Surfshark VPN. So go over and support the channel there that way. It's an awesome tool, makes it so much easier. You can watch Netflix or watch with Netflix. You can watch Raw, of course, watch NXT, SmackDown, and all the PLEs. It eliminates the need and the use of ESPN unless you want to pay that bundle price, which I don't know who is gonna pay that bundle price, because I don't think it's worth it. I mean, unless you gamble on everything and are making it back to pay for the bundle, then maybe it's worth it. But I don't know. The Disney Plus bundle, of course, is another way to go with that one. But I bundle it with I bundle it with Disney Plus, Hulu, and HBO Max. Of course, Hulu has a Family Guy special coming out. I'm excited for that one. Can't wait for that one. They're basically mocking Hallmark movies, which is hilarious. Family Guy, I should catch up on that one as well. Same with Boston Blue, Family Guy. I mean, I have so many shows to catch up on, and I continue to be like my cats over there and choose to sleep on the weekends, sleep in on the weekends over watching catching up on the good old shows for stuff to talk about. But um yeah, Tristan, thank you again for holding it down here in the chat. I figured maybe Papa John or someone else would jump in, but that's all right. Hopefully they'll watch on the replay. As we were on super late this week, or well, tonight. Missed the show yesterday, or not yesterday, but Wednesday. Missed the show Wednesday. I did get one out yesterday. It was shorter, shorter shows. See you're back there. Thank you again for. I was just saying thank you for holding it down. It's definitely much appreciated. Cannot thank you enough for all the support, Tristan. You've been rocking in and out of the chat pretty much every day that we've been going live. So I definitely appreciate it. As I do to Papa John and everyone else. Tyler, who was here earlier. Looks like the Pens are down 1-0 to the Minnesota Wild. Oh, nope. Did that goal just get taken away? It was 1-0, and now it's back to 0-0. So I don't know what happened there, but oh, nope, now it's back. So that's kind of odd. I'll have to look into that and see what happened. It must have been a challenge and then overturned or something. So the Pens are down 1-0. It's so wild. Used to be so into hockey and then just kind of fell out of it and then got into wrestling, and now I have not been able to actually watch hockey in quite some time, which sucks. I'm gonna put these war games. Let's see. Again, this one tonight, as we got about 15 minutes left, so we have a nice 30-minute break in between the show and SmackDown for tonight. Carmelo Hayes and Bronson Reed It's tough to tell which one. Um, I mean, what they could do and should do is they should have Carmelo win. They should have the Miz weasel his way into taking Sheamus's spot in the tournament, and then they should do Carmelo and the Miz in the semifinals of this matchup. And actually, I'm gonna break down the bracket. All right, let's see. I'm gonna break down the bracket. Little bracketology here in November ahead of March Madness. Geez, I can't wait for that one. Let's see. We have, man, I can't even remember. Can't even remember the matchups in the beginning of this tournament. I'm gonna see if I. Sorry about that. Yes, it's frozen. I was checking on something really quick for the tournament there. For the last time is now tournament, I have the bracket. I don't think I wrote this down and how they had it, but then again, they call this tournament and they show us the matchups, but they never really place it in the bracket to see who is facing who. But we have Sheamus and Shinsuke, The Miz and Jey Uso. They were the first rounds, the first matchups. So I do believe they would be in the top part. Sheamus and Shinsuke. Of course, Sheamus won, but now he is hurt. It's not for me. Tyler, am I back? Am I back? I know I was gone for a little bit, so hopefully I'm back. Get confirmation here. Tristan, I appreciate it. Tyler, hopefully it's back normal. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself, which I've been known to do once or twice. The Miz and Jey Uso, they were next. Perfect. Jey Uso advanced, and then they had Javon Evans and Gunther. Of course, Gunther had to win. There was no way they were gonna have actually put over a younger talent for Gunther, because he is the end all be all, needs to be in everything, needs to win everything, needs to retire everybody. He's already retired Goldberg. I don't think he really needs to retire Cena as well. Then we of course had Priest and Rusev. They were the second matches announced. So I'm gonna try to write this out a little better. This is very tough. They really should show the actual bracket. It would help so much better. It really would. What did I say? Sheamus and Shinsuke. Miz, Jey Uso. And then we had Priest and Rusev. Priest and Rusev. We had Javon Evans and Gunther. Honestly, I would have had Priest win over Rusev, but I would have had Rusev face someone else. I mean, the power comparison is just unmatched. The aura and the presentation and the personality and charisma, they are pretty evenly matched there with those two. But Rusev has good presentation, but he just doesn't have a personality. So if he could work on that, he would be way better. Those were the first ones, and then we had LA Knight and Zack Ryder. Let's see, Knight and Ryder. Sheamus, who's now hurt. And then Jey Uso And LA Knight won. Why? Waste a win. Rusev won. So, I mean, Rusev and Gunther would be a great match, but there's no way they're going to have Gunther lose to Rusev. There's no way. Gunther, and then, let's see. Gunther and Evans. I think then it was also Solo and Ziggler. Solo won. And then we have SmackDown matches, of course, Penta and Balor. And the final ones, I don't even know if this is how they're gonna place them in the brackets the way that I'm doing it as well, but that's just how we're doing it here. So, but that's okay. Reed and Hayes. So the way that I have it, Sheamus would be facing Jey Uso. So now Jey Uso is in line to face a mystery opponent. See who they would have to fill that spot. LA Knight would face the winner of Penta and Finn Balor. Rusev would face Gunther, and then Solo Sikoa would face either Bronson Reed or Carmelo Hayes, which it just doesn't make any sense. Like, none of these, they should have done it strategically and showed a bracket so we can see who has faced who in the past and who has been feuding with who, and they really could have done a better job of this one. So that's the bracket whenever you really put it down to it. I mean, Penta, I think Penta is going to win. I think Bronson Reed is going to win. I would want Carmelo Hayes to win. They could have done Carmelo Hayes and the Miz in the finals. That would have been great. Overall, the tournament has been fun. It is a fun idea, but I mean, they should have done more. Should have done with more with the surprises, I would think. And it looks like the Minnesota Wild just scored again, so it is 2-0. Pens are down 2-0. Of course they are. What else is new there? My cats are very sad and very much asleep with a paw over their face, so they can't see. But that is SmackDown preview. That is we previewed and talked about Collision, or not Collision, but the Tailgate Brawl. I'm sure 0 Hour will have more matches. Of course, it's 4 people join, 3. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. We have just about 5 minutes left here until we wrap this one up. So, again, this is the Nick Weitosh Show. I appreciate everyone who watched, views, likes, subscribes, comments. Tristan, Tyler, as always, the number 1 and number 2 there for the top fans. I know Kumar was here a little bit ago. 4200 was here. Darren was here. So it got cool to see some new people here in the chat, as well as some old ones. Whoa, what is that? That's interesting. Some automatic lighting, I guess, there, playing around with the settings here on YouTube, as we have about a couple minutes here. My problem with WWE is their product is so bad. 1, trick, and 2, no storyline, no storytelling, same as match over and over. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible, Tyler. It's horrible. They do the same thing over and over and over again. Then when it fails, and when we show them that we don't want Cody, and I have been seeing so much of the fans questioning why Cody is front and center in the War Games poster. It's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. Everyone is questioning why Cody Rhodes is questioning why the champion is front and center on the poster instead of Roman Reigns. And it shows every single time. Brock Lesnar and Roman, 67 million views on their face-off 24 hours later. That was put out there Tuesday at some point, so 24 hours after Raw. Yeah, no one wants Cody as the champion anymore, so he's running out of time before he has to turn heel. And just, I mean, it's just not gonna make any sense. He can only be a face for so long. yes, he still gets cheers and everything, but I think a lot of that is forced. Um, they it's because of the song. It's not because of him. It's because of the song. Um, yeah, it's sad. It really, really is. We Triple H gave everyone what they wanted, and that crybaby and the blonde crybaby to finish the story, and then the story was finished, and now no one wants, no one understands, no one. Everyone wanted this, and it happened, and now it's ruthless depression era is crazy. Tyler, what the hell? Um, what? Ruthless depression era is crazy. Hopefully, hopefully we get something exciting that goes down with War Games, from the side of Roman teaming with Cody and teaming with Punk, but being forced to do it. Telling the Usos not to trust them. Roman going back on his word, telling the Usos he didn't want to see them until Christmas, and then showing up to help them anyway. Do you know? Do you know they have a T-shirt with that? That's hilarious. I think I might need one. That's kind of funny. That's actually funny. Um, I hope they do something to turn up the heat with War Games. Um, Dom and Cena going back, running it back in War Games. We have Nikki Bella, who announced that she's on her final run. This final run with WWE will be her last. She is going to retire after this one. Um, I don't know. I don't see them giving her the title. Um, I don't know. Not, at least not off Stephanie right now. Um, That's why I hate WWE. I mean, I don't think it's because of Triple H that it's so bad. He's doing the best he can with what he's got. I mean, the people wanted Cody. He gave them Cody, and now he has to stand 10 toes down and bat Cody up, even though he knows he doesn't pull the numbers. He doesn't actually sell the merch. He doesn't do anything that actually represents or says box office. Um, yeah, I don't think it's his fault. I think he's just, he was giving the people what they wanted, and now the people are fickle and they don't want Cody. They want Roman, but Cody has now politicked himself into a little corner where he can almost somewhat call the shots, and because he's such a kiss ass, he's talked to the right people. Holy shit, it's 3-0. Um, what are the Penguins? Did they just not show up? I don't even know if that game is in Minnesota or if it's in Pittsburgh, but Penguins, man, they need to pick it up here. So, um, it's this problem that I don't think TKO really has anything to do with it. Everyone can blame TKO, but I mean Nick Khan is still the top boss in WWE. Triple H is still running creative. TKO, yes, they can choose where things are distributed. They can choose pricing. They can ultimately make top tier decisions, but I mean the UFC is still the same. Dana White is still calling the shots in the UFC, just like Triple H is still calling the shots in WWE for creative wise. I mean, obviously, chief content officer and then Dana White being the president of the UFC, that would be equivalent to Nick Khan being the one that does the interviews and does the press conferences and calls the shots ultimately. But I think he's more just the business side from that standpoint. I don't think TKO is really as hands on as everyone thinks. They just need something to blame. That's literally just the parent company of WWE. It's not really a. There's no one at the top with um there's no one in TKO that's watching WWE like a hawk or anything. Like I don't think there is though. And people are going to say The Rock doing this. No, The Rock's off filming Moana live action and trying to win awards and doing whatever else. It apparently hasn't gotten that bad where they have not made that call to him yet, which I don't see how or where that when that will be or how that hasn't happened yet. But my hope is that WrestleMania 42, we get Roman winning the title back, and then The Rock showing up, and then they build for a year to WrestleMania 43. Roman goes on another absolute tear. Um, as the champion, and then we finally get The Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia, which would be absolutely insane. Killer Cross was in MLW. I saw that one. Um, yeah, Tyler, I love that you're hype on the indies. Just like London and no dirt sheets over there, but I don't know, something about them. It doesn't draw me like that. And it's cool that he's doing the indie thing, trying to be like Matt Cardona and everything like that. It's not easy to watch, so it's like I sometimes personally forget that it's even an option out there. But it's pretty cool that he was in MLW. I saw that Scarlett also had a match with someone else. Was it Alba Fire or Isla Dawn? Isla Dawn. She had a match with Isla Dawn. Tony Khan spoke on not talking to Cross yet, so feel like that would be a no brainer for them to finally go over to AEW. But we're at the 1 hour plus mark, so that was a good target stopping point. But this has been the Nick Weitosh Show for November 21st, Friday. It's finally Friday. Let's go have a hell of a weekend. Watch some football, watch some wrestling, and we'll be back tomorrow for Saturday Smack Talk. Timing still to be determined, depending on what I got going on tomorrow. But yeah, AEW Full Gear tomorrow, so it'll be heavy preview on that one. ROH and MLW pay per view. That's awesome. They have stuff going on this weekend. And then, of course, AAA is on this weekend as well. So I will see everyone tomorrow for Saturday Smack Talk. That will be during the day at some point. That'll be on here on Saturday Smack Talk YouTube channel, and then, of course, on Facebook as well. So we will be picking that up tomorrow, doing that again, and that'll be going forward. That'll be the Saturday shows. Will be Saturday Smack Talk, of course, other than when we do Monthly Mania over on Championship Harvest. So until tomorrow, this is the Nick Weitosh Show here on Sleeper Sports Media. My name is Nick Weitosh, and I'll see you tomorrow. Here we go.